What is going on, folks? I'm AutoMattock. I could probably use better lighting for my camera. Today we're going to talk about Kolin's crush counters. The rest of them, we're going to wrap up the other video that we put together. And let me get this camera together. There we go. So, one thing I didn't mention about her standing hard kick is that it can crush counter people in the air. Now, this is a serviceable anti-air. It's not as good as Crouching Fierce, and that's kind of saying a lot. Crouching Fierce isn't exactly amazing or a cure-all. It's an okay anti-air. You really have to gauge the jump angle to even use it as an anti-air. And then they have to hit a button. You have to hit them during the startup of their jumping normal, and then it can crush counter. So what you want to do if this happens, and again, to be completely honest with you, I don't think I've actually done this yet. And I haven't had the presence of mind to actually use Roundhouse as an anti-air, see a crush counter. But in theory, on paper, I think the best thing to do is to go straight into your V-skill, because there's a juggle property off of it. And you can go to that, you can build your V-trigger off of it, and if you do have super, you can go into super if need be, it'll also hit. And so there is more you can do here, but I suggest using the V-skill. And what I mean is you can do the EX Parabellum, but it actually loses its juggle property and you can't throw them off of this position. So if you want to do, if you're at the absolute position where this actually crush counters, they're low on health, last round, last match, and you can actually spend 2 bars here, and you can late cancel the EX Vanity Step into EX Silver Edge, and that'll all combo. It takes a little bit of effort because you can't just mash the Vanity Step. You have to wait. There's actually a window of time where you can cancel the Vanity Step off of the EX Parabellum, so it's just not immediately. So that's what you do off of an anti-air crush counter or standing roundhouse. That's what I suggest. So your other things you can do here, your other crush counters are back hard kick and crouching hard kick. So off of back hard kick, you really don't get a whole lot. Now this is good though, because this button can crush counter at certain ranges. It's what you use off of things like the back throw, that'll meet them, the air throw into back hard kick. This will also be 3-frame reversals and also crush counter them. So the only 2 things that you can really do off of a crush counter back hard kick is either V-trigger or super. Now, I discussed in the last video about standing fierce, how you can buffer it late into EX Parabellum or hard punch Parabellum into super. Same idea applies for back roundhouse, because you can also super off of it when it crush counters or it hits, but if you wait until the crush counter is on, you can hit confirm just based on that alone. And again, I do think it's better to just react, just straight up react to the crush counter itself, but you can option select it with that timing that I talked about in this video. There is a juggle property here. So if you're in the corner, you can actually crouching jab them. I mean, this is like one of those things you might see on a Twitter video that looks pretty cool, but the way to even make this practical is so difficult. It's like you're really reaching for something that's not really there. So for example, if for some reason I'm in the corner, I back hard kick them here, and sure, I can get this crouching jab, I think, right? Yeah, that's there. But then I have to be in the corner. They have to wake up with a button. I have to throw them into the corner, which may not be that much of a stretch. But the truth is, you're really getting, what, 18 more damage off of that, which is great. But what you're probably going to do is V-trigger anyway, you can go into other things. But what I'm saying is the juggle property there, it's there. But it's not that. It's nothing crazy. So the other thing is, yeah, that covers it, right? Yeah, crouching roundhouse. Now, all sweeps like this that I know of will crush counter, and it causes a hard knockdown state. Kolin's sweep is not very good in terms of poking your opponent. I'm sure there's some uses there, maybe, but the chances that it will crush counter are just as rare. And the reason why you don't really use it in this method is because it's not safe on block. It does push back opponents at a certain range, which is why I say there may be something interesting there. Excuse me. But you can't cancel it on block like Ryu's crouching roundhouse, Guile's crouching roundhouse. You can't cancel it into V-trigger unless it hits them. So you're stuck with something that's unsafe. But if it does crush counter though, there is something unique you can do here. You can throw the medium punch Hailstorm, as long as they're not point blank range. Then the Hailstorm will whip. It looks like it just doesn't. Looks like it's just too far behind them. So as long as you're about this range, which is where you're going to use it anyways, use this Hailstorm. That'll hit them super meaty. Now, I'm going to set Ibuki up to do a reversal. It's a really interesting situation, in my opinion. I think we'll just test it on the fly. Now, when I empty jump, and I timed this right. When I empty jump, it's safe against a 4-frame reversal. So with that in mind, the Hailstorm hits them, and you're safe against the reversal. So if you empty jump at them, you're able to block, but you're also able to actually hit a button. Or, excuse me, I'm starting to use that term more often. You're also able to hit them high with the jump attack, or you have the option to not do that either. So you can hit them high because you have the Hailstorm, or you can go low, and the Hailstorm will hit them, and then you're able to go low. So it's there, but again, the rarity of this situation is not so much something you'll see frequently, but it's there. And that about wraps it up for the rest of Kolin's crush counters. If you want to see the more, I'm trying so hard not to say viable, the more frequently used crush counters, in my opinion, you can look at the last video, and I'll link to that below, and you can also check out the Kolin guide. Oh, you know what, I didn't go over the knockdown scenario for standing for back hard kick. So, this is actually not a hard knockdown. They can back recover or normal recover. And that is something you can go to the guide to look at. But I can tell you right now, if a normal recover, you want to dash up, whip crouching short, your standing jab will hit on the second active frame. So that will wrap it up. Yeah, thanks for watching. You can follow the Twitter, twitter.com/AutoMattock, twitch.tv/AutoMattock, and of course this YouTube channel, youtube.com/JIBBO, Jibbo. That's it for today. Peace.